sweet friends! My name is Birdie and I'm your friendly neighborhood forest witch, and today is day 3 of the 12 Days of Yule, hosted by Ivy the Occultist. If you've never heard of her before, I will leave her YouTube down in the description, but today's theme is to reflect on the past year of your witchcraft practice, and luckily for me, not only have I been able to keep track of the last year within my Book of Shadows, but since I'm a YouTuber, I also have visual representation of it as well. So any video that I reference, I will link up above here and down in the description. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So I'd have to say that the past year has been filled with a lot of firsts for me involving my witchcraft practice. So if you're new to the channel, I officially started practicing witchcraft in September of 2020. And I say officially because up until that point, I was already doing witchy things even as a child. It wasn't a daily practice for me, I'd say, and I really wasn't delving into witchcraft. I didn't call it witchcraft until September of 2020. But before we delve into my firsts of this past year, I do want to mention that at the beginning, I think it was around January or February, I did acquire this new to me vintage cabinet that I transformed into my beautiful altar, which you see in the background here. I have been wanting one of these specific cabinets for years now, and I was so lucky to find one that was actually fairly close to my house, and it was for a decent price. These specific cabinets can be pretty expensive, and I got a steal of a deal. So I will leave a link to the video of me acquiring this thing up above and down below. Definitely go check it out. It is such a beautiful piece. Now, as far as firsts go, this past February was my first time celebrating Lupercalia, which my sweet witchy friend turned me on to this year. And if you're not familiar with what Lupercalia is, it's actually a pastoral festival of ancient Rome, which is observed on February 15th to purify the city and promote health and fertility. But I don't want to go into any more detail than that because I'll actually be coming out with a video that delves deeper into Lupercalia probably sometime in January, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this past year for Lupercalia, I made this beautiful altar cloth. So if you're interested in seeing that, I will link the video up above here and down in the description. Definitely go check it out. Another first for me this past year was crafting my very first money altar, and I think it turned out really cute. I will leave a link to it up above here and down in the description, but I actually had somebody ask me how the money altar was going and to share my experience with that, and honestly, I have forgot about it a lot of the time. Unfortunately, I have it in a place that is easy to forget. So that's what happened, unfortunately. So this coming year, I really want to move that money altar to somewhere where I'll be able to see it frequently throughout the day and can work it whenever I feel the need to do so. So stay tuned for that, and I will definitely be revamping the money altar this next year. Now, one of my scarier firsts actually happened this year with my first encounter with a dark entity. And I actually go into more detail about this in a video that I had posted, so definitely go check that out. But I actually had help banishing this dark entity from one of my sweet witchy friends, and I'm so appreciative and thankful to her for helping me because I don't think I would have been able to handle it on my own where I'm currently at in my witchcraft practice. So I really appreciated that. And after I had posted the video, there was some controversy on how I had banished the dark entity, but my very sweet followers kept it peaceful. There was no hate, no malice. We had a beautiful discussion on their opinions and my opinions, and it was a beautiful experience to be able to discuss our differences in such a peaceful way. So I am really appreciative to all of my subscribers who keep the love, beauty, and peace within our little family here on YouTube. And then another first for me was actually crafting my very first ancestor altar. And this was actually the first time I was ever communicating with my ancestors and or spirits. So I was a little scared and hesitant at first, but I was able to relax and ground myself and really got into the vibe of it. However, it did not turn out the way that I was expecting. It kind of went really downhill. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, I kind of want to make a video on that. So let me know if you want to know how my first encounter with my ancestors went down in the description. But if you want to see the beautiful ancestor altar that I created, I will link the video up above here and down in the description. In addition to my first this past year, I generally spent more time in nature, getting to know my local parks and their flora and fauna. So if you are new to my channel, I actually moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana in 2020, and it's a semi-big city, I would say, but originally I'm from the farmlands of Pennsylvania, right next to the Appalachian Trail. So moving to Fort Wayne is definitely a culture shock for sure, and I miss the mountains so much. Fort Wayne is so flat. But without my beautiful mountains, I still wanted to connect with my local land. So that's what I tried to do more of this year. And I also did more magical crafting, specifically with nature, like the beautiful witch's ladder that I made for Litha this past year. So if you missed that video, I'll link it up above here and down in the description. I think it turned out beautiful. I also delved into a wider array of witchy reads this year, branching out from the beginner books that I was reading. One of the books I read this year was Of Blood and Bones by Kate Fuller, and I absolutely loved it. And I even started a monthly witchy book review series on my channel. It's so much fun, so definitely go check that out. And last but not least, I adopted my sweet kitten Beltane this year, and she is the light of my life, and I've just been spending time with her and getting acquainted with her animal magic. And let me tell you, she absolutely loves anything magical. Anytime that I am doing a spell or a ritual or just cleansing the house, she has to be underfoot. She's really curious. She wants to know what's going on, and she is just a total love bug. So if you haven't met her yet, I will leave her introduction video up above here and down in the description. Definitely go check her out. You're gonna absolutely love her. So that is a snippet of the past year of my witchcraft practice. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and come back tomorrow for day 4 of the 12 days of Yule, because tomorrow's theme is Yule divination, crafts, or charms, and I'll be actually doing a beautiful Yule craft. So definitely come back tomorrow to see that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, friends. Bye.